Boo. Oh my goodness, I can still hear myself. Well, that's not good. Let's fix that. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, Wes. Thank you for being the first one here. I appreciate it. It's my first day back in quite a while. I still have a bad cough, but we'll figure that one out. And I feel bad because I was going to try to jump into your stream yesterday, and then I fell asleep before it started. So, ouch. Oh, it's Trackmania! Trackmania! Everybody remembers this as the game that nobody likes watching me play. No worries at all. Take care of you, because I can't... Oh, no. I was just gonna do it, and then I was like, oh, it's bedtime, and then I fell asleep. So welcome to Trackmania. It's a racing game where we're trying to go through like player-made tracks as fast as possible, and there are basically 4 medals that we can get. To progress, we can get a bronze medal, which is good job, you made it through the track, probably with a couple crashes. There's silver, which is hey, you're starting to get the hang of it. There's gold, which is you're pretty good, and then there's author, which is you beat the person who made the track's time. And I mean, some of these are good, some of them are not. And I've been struggling for the past couple months now to get gold and author on as many as I can. And if you might notice, this one track here, number 21, does not have a gold medal. It's the only one that I'm missing right now. I want all the gold medals at least, and then I'm trying to get as many authors. In order to get the gold medal, we need to get 55 seconds on this track. My current record is a 57.1. Let's look at the struggle that I am in. That is my car. It is amazing. So we can see my PB here. We're going to come down this little hill. Then we have to come around a turn, make a jump onto a platform, and this is all going to be a mess. All going to be a mess. A little booster keeps us on the track while we turn, and we just gotta control the car all the way around, then switch directions out of nowhere. I hate this part of the track in particular. And I clip the wall. We climb up, and then we have to sort of transfer across this quarter pipe, make a big turn, and down the hill. I hate this part. We had to come up this weird semicircle thing, but not too far, then jump off of it and turn, well, down. After this jump, you'll notice, ow. But if we're able to actually survive here, the finish is in red. And that's the 57-second track, or the 55 seconds that we're trying to beat. So I'll be here because I was going to do Mario Odyssey, and then I remembered, oh wait, I have a thing where I only have a month left to get gold on this. I should try to get gold while I still can. We can do Mario Odyssey at any time. And if we didn't know, because I didn't mention anything, one, I've been streaming Paleo a little bit over on YouTube from time to time, like I'm aiming at like once a week. And 2, I caught COVID and it sucked. So yesterday I did like a return stream on YouTube for Paleo because they released an event. And then today I'm on Twitch because I could really only stream in one place a day. And right about now would be my normal, will probably end up being my new normal time because suddenly I'm busy during the day. I know, hard to believe. Me being busy. It sucks, but it's true. I mean, I'm faster than I was, but this usually just ends up with me screwing up the next part. And then I was going to do another stream where I set up OBS on this computer because my second monitor is in and I need to set it up. And what I'm hoping to do with that is if I'm able to transfer like OBS and all my stupid settings over, I can start running my Switch off of the same computer, which means that I can start returning things like the flip screen and such to the streams and the color stuff. And we can start bringing back the troll things that people loved using on me. I haven't been to the Maji Market yet because I promised myself I'd do it on stream, and my twitchy brain insists I finish. Oh, no! No! Don't do all the quests first! Oh, no. I will say, one of the things that I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about when it comes to the market that's really neat is all the NPCs who are there have the unique dialogue for the market. So if you want to see what they say, it's a really cool thing. Wow, we went really slow through that sector, didn't we? My brain has done the opposite. It's basically been saying you're not allowed to friend anybody. They apparently fixed Tish's quest, so maybe my brain will let me finish one. But I'm not usually a friendship person in those games. I'm more of a grind materials endlessly kind of person. Oh, a little too fast. A little too fast. Whoa, that was a bad turn. That's gonna get me like a second and a half down. Yeah, we'll stick with it. I need the practice. More than I thought, apparently. That was awful. That was awful. I'm wondering when I force Nox to play another game of Mario Party with me. Or Dokapon. I don't know which board game we should play first. Probably go back a bunch for grindy stuff off stream, but I want the initial oohs and ahs captured for posterity. I don't know, I've actually found that for grinding XP for some of the characters, not like doing the quests, because that's a different thing, but for grinding XP to get some of them, the market centralizes quite a few characters. So it makes a few of them a lot easier to talk to. Or even just give gifts to. Because they're all sort of just there. It has revived my interest in actually getting friendship up with Najima. We sort of gave up after I stopped feeling like going to Bahari Bay every 5 minutes. Okay, we got this. We got this. Oh, that was good around that turn. Look at how much faster we are. That was a terrible jump, but still faster. That was really slow, actually. I was so hopeful coming out of that. Oh, I was so hopeful. Oh no. How would we wouldn't have saved that probably. So, no matter how much I practice this one turn here has been a mess for me. That little jump turn thing has been awful. Maybe. I clipped, but we're still mostly faster. Oh, that was good. I liked that. Except for the part where I almost hit the wall, but besides that, I liked it a lot. Another bad jump. How do I gain 2 seconds? I'm barely gaining 9/10 through the first half. I'm guessing there's a lot of time in this section too. Yeah, we gained 1.3. So there was a lot of time in that final section. So now we just have to cut down 8/10. 8/10. We can pick up some of that time in the beginning, I think. Well, not this part of the beginning, but like this section right here. Okay, not like that. That was awful. Hi, Jesse. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Whee! Whee! Still working at watching your video from the other day. Low energy right now, but I just ate some food. Well, hopefully the food helps. Dude, the ER keeps sending me messages, be like paying your bills, and I'm like, send it to me through the mail and I will. And I told them to send it to me through the mail. I want a paper bill. But instead they keep texting me. Oh, dude, it's terrible. Basically all I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get a gold timing on this one track, and that will end my now 2 months of trying to get all golds on this campaign in Trackmania, and then I can do whatever. I got 13. Being actively unfriendly. I mean, I think my highest has been 11 or 12, so you beat me. But also what I've been doing recently is I've been trading on and off with other people. So if I go to one spot, I'll only try to go for every other choppa that spawns there, and then after I get 6 or 7, I usually stop collecting them. So that was me. Dude, I am not doing well. And now I'm just competing against myself. Ooh, that was a good turn. And that was a terrible jump, but it was right after a good turn. There we go. Come on. Come on. Oh, maybe. I told you we could save a few tenths in like that beginning section. If we can carry that, this could be really good for me. Okay, we always slow down here because I'm bad at controlling, but if we slow down a little bit less... Oh, it's so close, but I don't think we got it. Yeah, we were going slower. That sucks. I wouldn't even bother with the achievements right now. You got a month on some of them. Good turn. Good turn. Oh, almost a good turn. I stopped turning. I would just, yeah. I haven't been going for them. You got a whole month. Hopefully somewhere near the middle. There's... Well, the problem with the server queue stuff is they're forcing players into individual server selections, so I can't even say that you'll have less competition later. Which sort of sucks, because they're combining everybody. But in most games, the trick to getting those achievements is to play closer to the middle of the event when they're a month long. You don't want to do it at the very end, because that's when everybody's like trying to finish their grind, and at the very beginning is when everybody's on. So usually you want to be there like a week and a half, 2 weeks in to do them. But I don't think that'll work in Palia because of how they have it set up and how they have the servers set up. So. Oh! That was cool. Boop! I just hit the line. I'm doing so bad. So I watched a, recently I watched a video. Okay, I watched the first quarter of a video discussing Mario Maker troll levels and their history and their design. And suddenly I care so much about the stupid stuff that's happening all around me. Got the fancy bed from the gacha. I wish I want the fancy bed. It's also a 3-hour long video, so that's why I watched the first quarter of it. I think I made it like 40 minutes in or something. I'm doing so great. So great. Okay, let's continue going. Trackmania time. I'm gonna be a star. Okay, I'm not gonna be a star, but I'm gonna beat myself. Team Rocket's blasting off again! Actually, that reminds me, isn't Pokemon Horizons, that's the new anime, right? Is it Horizons? I forget what it's called. The one with the, that takes place at, like, the school. I stopped watching Pokemon forever ago, but they did that thing where they showed off the first, like, 10 minutes of the English dub. I forget what it was, like a month or so ago, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I was just like, I'm gonna watch that. Jesse, I wrote a script earlier completely out of spite because people were calling my last video overly negative. So I was like, you want to see negative? I'll write a negative script. And then I wrote it and I was like, good, it's done. Now I'm never going to record it. I just wanted to make it. I made a full negative script about Palia and then I just like, and I'm done. I'm never going to make a video from it, but I really wanted to do it to show that I can. Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. It really explains my thoughts from that stream probably in a better and more refined way because I sat down and actually thought about the words I was using. Which is a problem for me. I come back for hiatus. I just released a video of the script just to make the Palia community mad. I've been releasing videos the entire time. Some of them have been in reserve, but I've still been releasing videos. Like the Palia community is still mad. Well, a lot of the Palia community is still mad at me because I reviewed the event and they didn't like my review of the event. I steal your script and I come back for hiatus with it. I have better scripts. I wouldn't come back with that one because it's very, very much me. Like, I'm pretty sure if you read the script word for word and posted on your channel, somebody would be like, Doity, I didn't know you got a new channel. I'm a Gemini making... Yo, Geminis! Geminis unite. That's like my entire Discord. Let's be honest. Everybody's a Gemini. Gotta love the Gemini world. I know nothing about that. I just know that I am, in fact, a two-person. A lot of the Paleo community gets mad if you don't wait exactly X minutes and Y seconds before hitting a resource. Yeah, my X is 0 and my Y is 3. Nah, for me, it depends. If it's like a larger flow tree, then I'll wait. But yeah. Gotcha, Lego. Wait, what? I don't even know what that is. What? Lego, something I haven't had forever. Marvel, something that I haven't seen in forever. Studio, I don't have one of those. Blind boxes. I didn't know boxes could see. But I guess these ones are either normal or vision impaired. So, I see. Oh, that was such an awful turn. You guys see that turn? We're already a second down. Oh, so much airtime. The minifigures and boxes of Marvel characters. Listen, I don't... Can we be done with gotchas? I'm starting to get sick of gotchas. Actually, you can have that part of my script. I did talk about... I did compare Paleo to a gotcha game in the script, if you want it. Totally down with sharing, but you've got a compass right there. Get directions from the map. Turn and go. No! I never made it to Lion Scout. Because I never joined the Boy Scouts. Sorry. I grew up in the woods, though. We didn't have maps or a compass. We just had bears. And sometimes squirrels. I'll never find the flow tree like this. Oh yeah, the roof thing of it is too low to get on, isn't it? That sucks. You know what that would be good for? My call to arms. I am calling all people in Paleo to arms. I want people... I said this in the stream yesterday. I want people to design the ugliest house that they possibly can in Paleo, and I want people to have fun with it. Because I know there's like a lot of pressure about getting everything to look perfect. But do people ever put pressure on themselves? Do people ever strive to create the worst thing possible in a game that's designed for everything to look somewhat good together? No. Sounds like a fun challenge to me. It also sounds goofy, and I think that if people actually got into it, they could find it to be an interesting and fun challenge. My home isn't perfect, but I like how it's coming along. Well, when I say an ugly house, I mean something that people intentionally made from the ground up to make as bad as possible. Not like something like half finished or that's like intended, that somebody intended to look good. I mean set out with that whole terribleness in mind. I think it would be great. I should do a couple cake parties, raise some money, and build a second house on my other plot. And start doing that, actually. I think it would be hilarious. Oh, that was a really bad turn. I let go of the gas, like all the way around it. What cases with the trophy besides them, as they don't fit on most shelves? Bookcases. The true enemy of the gamer. For they usually contain books. Okay, I think I recovered there. I was going really slow. I didn't believe in myself. Dude, if baby steps the anime taught me anything, it's that I have to believe in myself, and also that Japanese manga publishers really need to stop canceling my favorite manga. Yeah, everything's a gacha game. They'll display all the gacha stuff. Dude, that cough still won't go away, though. I love it. It's gotten less and less productive every day, which I've been happy about. But the cough is still there. Maybe. Remember, we need that blue number to be 0.83, I think, in order for us to get this gold medal finally. Okay. We need to not screw this up. I screwed it up. I screwed it up! How do I not screw this up in the future? That loses a lot of speed. Dude, we are so bad at this. Oh, no, that turn was so good, and then I clipped the light. Why am I so trash? Overcut. Turn hard left. Turn harder left. Look at this. We are all over the road. We're going to come down. Boop, 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 boop. This track has so many rainbows on it. And they only confuse me because you can go under them, and I don't like it. Not that it really matters, because if you're already that far, I guess that you could save time by going that far out in some areas. Okay, that's good. We had a good turn. But not good enough. It's very sad. Can I mention something funny that I noticed about my last Paleo video? Like the negative one about the event. That caused me to lose 3 subscribers almost immediately, and some of them I think might have been from the joke video that I made that everybody hated. Okay, a lot of people love it now, but still. But we've gained 5 in the last like 2 days from that video. So I don't know, I guess it's like weeding people out and then bring them back in. I have no clue what day today is, because I never remember what day it is ever. It's Thursday. Cool. So I might start working tomorrow on a follow-up to the joke video, but those take... I'll be honest, joke videos are harder because unlike other videos where it's just like researching, which I'm good at, and writing, which I'm good at, I need to come up with a bunch of really crappy jokes. Like the keyboard joke. Or the egg joke. Those are just me messing around for forever until I'm like, hey, that could be a stupid joke that I play around for too much. So, I don't know. I need to sit down and think of jokes, and then I need to actually think of something to do. And think of a central theme to the video. And then I need to decide whether or not I want it to be like full on like just goofy teaching, or if I want it to be like a satirical criticism, which is also possible. See, a lot of stuff goes through my head, but I'm really bad at vocalizing it. Okay, let's turn. More. Come on. Should be 0.5. We're still 0.5. Now we're 0.8. We're not going to hold that 0.8. Yeah, we're down to 0.4 now. But it's the beginning. An improvement here would be the first improvement in a while. Come on. Point 2. 0.1. No improvement. I had to cut it there. You could do a multiple falling with various game wasted, fatality, game over things. Caught in the invisible edge. So, here's what I was thinking of doing right away. I was going to launch Breath of the Wild, which I have on, I have physical. And I was gonna go do some climbing in some random places in that. I was gonna launch Genshin Impact and go climb around in some random places in that. I was gonna do some stuff in Tears of the Kingdom. And then I was gonna come into Palia. Because like Breath of the Wild is, let's be honest, they're all copying it off of here. Genshin pulled it off quite well. I could also try like Tower of Fantasy or something, because I feel like that has the same climbing mechanics. But, and if I were to do that, I'd probably replace Tears of the Kingdom with it, because rule of 3, yo. We can only have 3 of the joke. More of that ruins the joke. But here's the problem. If I go that route, no matter what I do, the video is it's a criticism. It's a satirical criticism video, no matter what I do at that point. And that's the debate that I'm having right now. Because no matter what, under the surface in that video is how did you rip a mechanic from these games and not do it at all to the standard of what you're ripping it from. And there's my hatred for rainbows showing up. They broke my car. Again, this is why we drive a pink car. I actually drive a pink car because I can't change the car anymore. You can only change your car skin if you're subbed, and we lost our sub a couple months ago. It expired. I didn't renew it because I didn't play enough races. I'm a masochist, but I enjoy watching people criticize the game I love. Yeah, but I don't know if that, because that's what I do everywhere else. Do I want that to seep into the joke video? I don't know. It could also be because the big problem that we had with the first video is that while quite a few people liked it, a lot of people didn't like it, and there is a potential for that to be a better way of criticizing the game than what I actively do, right? Is criticize the game with a wink wink nudge nudge versus a why are you guys so bad at this? Which would be an interesting turn, but it would also increase my workload per video because I have to learn how to script for that type of video. I think I could pull it off. It's just a lot harder to tell what jokes would and wouldn't land, and I'd be starting from zero. And I'm a very dry humor kind of person, so... Dude, we are having such a bad run right now. It are what it be, what it is, what it do, though. It are what it be, what it is, what it do. Did we get it? Did we get it? I don't think we got it. We definitely didn't get that one. Been doing this for 40 minutes and I still haven't gotten close. We're still 8/10 away. Dude, we got a 1.3 second lead over my previous time pretty quickly, but that was close. But beating the actual gold time might take me a while. The struggle of trying to learn how to play a game that you've been playing since 2021. I wish I was kidding. I've been playing this game since 2021, but I have never bothered to like actually sit down and try to get good at it. I think this is the first season where I'm trying to get golds and everything. 0.3? 0.1. Couldn't even get a 0.3. Okay, 0.68. 0.68 off. I think I could save some time near the beginning because I did really bad at the start, but apparently not. Apparently I'm just going to do worse. That's a turn where I can make up some time. So we have a couple turns at the start where I can make up a little bit of time. I lost it. I just completely lost it. Why did I lose it? I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh yeah, would anybody actually be interested in watching me do a stream where I set up OBS and all of the other stuff surrounding my stream yet again for a new computer? Because I can copy over all the files, or I can just make them from the ground up again. I don't know if anybody's actually interested in learning all of the random ins and outs of making stuff for OBS. I think I've streamed doing that process like 2 or 3 times in the past. Ooh, that was a much better climb, which would usually lead to a better section there, but nope. And if you missed it, I got a new monitoring because my other one broke. So if needed, I want to have a stream set up on my gaming PC as well, which would allow me to do the flip stuff and the recolor screen stuff again for certain streams. It would all actually be possible again. Previously, we were waiting for a new GPU, but yeah. Holy crap, casual. I like that. Most of the stuff that I do isn't that complicated. A lot of what I'll probably end up spending my time doing is the automation stuff, because like, if people didn't realize, a ton of stuff in my stream is automated. I don't know. I don't think they're active because I turned a lot of them off the other day when I was doing the Clone Hero stream. That was last week. But a lot, if not most, of my redeems are completely automated. But they're completely automated with specific programs. I use Sammy. Sammy and OBS Studio. Okay, that was an iffy turn, if I've ever seen one. It's just a run of being iffy. Like, look at everything I'm doing. I feel like I'm gonna fly off the track at every single turn. I finally did it. I hit a pole. I hit the wall. I hit the jump point. Oh, I guess I should probably explain one thing about this game. So this is course 21. This is the first course of what they called like the Black Series. So basically, as you go up the colors, I think it starts with green. I don't remember if it's white green or just green, whatever, blue, red, whatever colors there are. It increases in, the tracks increase in difficulty and usually in length. So the Black Series is like the hardest series for the campaign tracks. So we're on the first of the hardest 5 tracks, and the only one that I haven't gotten a gold medal on yet. Oh, I saved that so bad. I had to do so much random stuff to save that too. did so badly. I'm just hitting stuff everywhere. Ow. You know, in both of my earlier run and in this run, I got like a really bad turn there. We had to bail out of that turn again too. Oh my goodness. So when I do that turn, I don't want to turn twice because then it feels bad and I'm going to overshoot it if I do that. But in that case, turning once meant that I was too tight and I hit the wall. Listen, I'm not good at racing games because I'm a speedrunner, not a racer. I'm not speed racer over here. But, I'm perfectly willing to bash my head against a wall for hours upon hours to do absolutely nothing for minimal gains. I've always said consistency isn't my strong suit. I am stubborn, though. Welcome to stubbornness. Remember, in speedrunning, you don't need to be consistent and do it fast every time. You just need to get lucky once. And also know what to do. Oh. Oh, we had a good turn followed by a really bad turn. Let's take a bit wider here. Should get me a tiny bit more speed here. We're not gonna beat it this run, but we're gonna get closer. Oh wait, are we going to beat it? We beat it! Oh my goodness. I didn't think that was fast enough at all. It was just that one section of the track. How do we do that? Because we were behind here. Like, really far behind here. Whee! And it was only when we got to... We were, what, like half a tenth behind here, and then this is where we started gaining everything. I want to know how we gained basically 0.8 in this section. Because I slowed down here. I had the wide line coming through there. And that picks up so much speed coming down. And I got a little lucky on the back end. Yo! We did it! Man, this doesn't look as impressive when you're looking at everybody in Maine. It looks even less impressive when it's everyone in the US, and even less impressive when it's North America and then the world. I'm in the top 200K on 17, 18, and 19. It's white, green, blue, red, black. Okay. I'm 5... Hold on, what? How far am I behind? We're 5 seconds behind first place on that track that we just did. What about... We're only 3.5 seconds behind the first place from Maine. And like 4.7 seconds behind the first place from the US. That's how you know we're good. That's so far. That is so far. Well, time to play competitive. I figure I can kill another hour with competitive. So if you don't know, Trackmania Ranked is a little bit different than what we were just doing. We're playing on the same like set of tracks, but it's basically a 3 versus 3. And the competition is first to 5 points. So we'll see it as we load in here real quick. Come on, match. Be ready faster. Be ready faster. I hate this track. I think this is track 2 or something. So we'll have a warm-up round. Well, have a good dinner. Bye-bye. Yeah, so we have 6 people in the server. And after we've all loaded in, we'll be playing head-to-head in a 3v3. There's a little scoreboard at the top. There's the blue team and the red team. No clue what team we're on right now, but looks like we'll be on the red team. And we'll get points based on what place we finish in the race. And those points will all be added together. And the team with the most points at the end of each little run will win the round. If the points are tied, nobody will win that round. And yeah, first team to get 5 round wins. And there's also a separate bonus boost in points for getting the most total score at the end, which we'd worry about, but I'm not that good. I also don't know my flags, so we're just gonna race. All of these people are from some place on the earth, I hope. So we're hoping that these guys on the red team are really able to carry us, because we saw how long it took me to get a gold medal. Ooh. That might be faster to just reset it. We did not get it, but we did win. So our team got 6 points for finishing first, 4 points for finishing third. So we ended up with 12 overall. The magic number is 11. If you hit 11 points, you can't really lose in that round, just because of how math works. But I hit a cactus. Part of my reason for hitting this map is cactuses are on it. I hit the wall. Another reason for hating this map. It's got walls on it. Dude, I'm just driving off the road the whole time. I'm clipping everything. Okay, so they got 11. Doesn't really matter what we do there. It's time. It's truly time. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Okay, I just need to not hit a wall or a cactus in this run, and we'll start to look good. Look at that. No walls, no cacti. Suddenly first place. Suddenly first place. We just needed to dodge all of the completely static obstacles. It's completely harder than it seems. Especially with the cough. Because believe it or not, I am turning my head away from the mic. The mic is just good at annoying everybody with my coughing noises. Which also means I'm not looking at the screen when I cough. There we go. Wasn't the best run, but we got there. We got there. I don't know how many points I got for us. I feel like I'm taking that turn a bit too wide, which is leaving me a little bit open on the next turn. Definitely a problem if I'm hitting a cactus because of it. Okay. He should finish no matter what, right? Yeah. I screwed up. I had another wall cactus thing. I'm really bad at this. The struggles of being in bronze and on red team. And from a part of the country that doesn't know, or the part of the world that doesn't know how this game works. No. Okay, we're gonna cut really hard to get ahead of this guy. And that's it. Hey, it worked, mostly. Somewhat. I almost feel bad for Dolby. Can't seem to get used to the track. I don't know what any of those words means. What is a computer? Oh, I didn't hit the wall, but I'm gonna hit a cacti. Oh, I dodged the cacti too. Okay. Wasn't the best. But that was match point. We got 5 points off of that. I want to say I brought in like 22 or 23 points. 29. I was 1 point behind our first place guy. Now I feel bad. If I didn't screw up as much, I could have led our team and had MVP. Especially since I was the fastest. Wow. So their fastest was a 27-1. If I just drove a bit more consistent instead of trying to go for speed, we probably would have done much better. Yeah, but let's be fair. We're always going to go for speed. Because speed wins. Why does this say first playthrough? What the heck am I playing? Get rid of that first playthrough tag. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, I hate this track. With a passion. This is Summer 10, which is a 3-lap race around a track. And I hate it. With a passion, as I said. I hate it because it's plastic, and I hate driving on plastic in this game. What is this, Hot Wheels? Don't answer that. And it looks like I'm on blue team. So I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not good at this track in the slightest. I'm using this warm-up to try to get used to a couple of things, but that's about it. Oh, good. I'm down 2 teammates because this track. It's me versus them. Listen, I think oh, okay, they're coming back, I guess. I was gonna say, I think I could beat all 3 of them by myself. Okay, 3 laps around this. I feel like the secret is that we have to get up high on this wall early and then dip down as soon as possible. But saying that doesn't mean much right now. Oh, plus 0.7. I feel like I'm going really slow right now. Uh, 3 seconds. Let's just take it really easy. Don't push anything on those last couple turns if we're 3 seconds up. Okay. It's with 2 DNFs and him missing that checkpoint, we have our first point. Not bad track, but I don't like it. So I feel like on this one I'm going to do a lot more peeking, especially if I'm in the lead, at how fast other people are driving, because it's really easy to make mistakes on this one. So if I just slow down when I know I can, I'll be much better off. So again, I feel like the secret, just get high up on this wall, allow you to dip down early, and yep. And then we're just gonna come wide and whee! Whoa, we're almost lapping someone. 0.7 again. Thielen has already retired. I'm just going to take it slow around this turn. He's only a second behind, so that could be like really dangerous, I guess. Yeah, he caught up a bit. So let's risk the end. And we were a second slower that race than last time, but it's fine. See? Fine. He ended up 4 seconds behind me, almost 5. I legitimately don't know how that happened, but our controller got disconnected. That's not good. I don't know how to drive this game on keyboard. Especially not with brakes. Okay, my controller isn't working? Yeah, my controller just not working. So I guess that means we're gonna have to learn how to keyboard this game real fast. I'm gonna take the last lap. People yell at me like, what are you doing? I was hoping that would work. Okay, apparently it's not gonna work. Okay, let's just keyboard then. Oh, this is bad, really bad. First lap's not bad. That turn was pretty easy. Yeah, this might be faster if I can control it. Just stay on. Just stay on. Never mind. We literally have somebody who's refusing to play. Like, what a joke. Okay, climb the mountain, turn to the side, We can do this. I'm sort of thinking that if we just safe that turn every time, we'll lose a bit of time. But, get small. Hey, how you doing? My controller stopped working, so I'm having to learn how to play this game on keyboard in the middle of a ranked match. A little scary, but whatever, we'll do it. How you doing? Oh, that's bad. I just pulled the same mistake that I did last time, which is going to let him get first place. Oh, we can tie it. Been better. How about you? I'm slowly recovering from the COVID stuff. I still have a bad cough, which is why we're streaming here today. Because the only thing I have right now is the really bad cough, I think, besides completely stuffed nose and sinuses. We ended up gaining a whole extra week of being sick. And it sucks. Oh, he crashed out. Okay, this should be a free win if I don't screw it up. I screwed it up. I don't even know how to reset, so let's just continue. Oh, I feel so bad. I'm more annoyed because this game doesn't auto-detect the PlayStation 4 controller when I reset it up. I couldn't hear that, so I just don't know if they're working or not. I don't know. Somebody will have to tell me if it worked. I can refund them pretty easily. Worked for you? Great. My listening stuff is broken again. Thank you so much, computer, for breaking all of my stuff. I gotta race and drop a controller on my foot, which at that time chose to detect input. I love it. Okay. Let's go fast, I guess. We're still gonna lose this game. I'm just gonna play super safe around every part of this track. Pulsex crashed out, I think, or is that just the game freaking out? No, he crashed out. I can beat somebody. Oh. Come on, controller, get off the floor. Yeah, I'm more worried about my score than the thing, because we're one round from losing now. We need to bring it all together in one glorious run. Okay, I think we're winning. I'm gonna let go of speed here just to be safe. It's usually not a smart play. Yeah, because we ended up losing a lot of time there. I'm just gonna race straight to the line as close as possible. Come on. Okay, we're still in it. We're 2 rounds down. So we still have to win 2 more in a row. But we recovered at least once. Hopefully I can stop dropping stuff on my feet now. But Let's go. Okay, and this isn't time to hold back. Let's risk everything. Let's risk it all. Let's risk it all. We're a second ahead. We're gonna stop risking now. Okay. Match point. Whew. We tied it up. Next team to get a point wins the whole thing. Sudden death time. We came down from we were 2 down. Let's see if we can wrap this up. Come on. So you might notice there's a couple parts of this track that I seem to be a bit faster than everybody else on, and that's because I'm crazy and I'm risking stupid stuff, but also because I don't know why I do that from back there, but I have like a setup that ends up getting a perfect drift to there, at least from my eyes. Okay, we win. Take that, other team. Take that. You thought you can beat me? You thought just because you were ahead 2-4 that you couldn't beat me? You get out of here. You get out of here. This is my town. Yes. Easy win. Easy win. Actually, when you look at that, it should be an easy win. Look at that. We're over a second faster than everybody else, and even my normal like second time is faster than theirs. Okay. I played that map too much in these. Well, if it's not detecting my controller, I guess we're relying on keyboard. Sure, I don't actually know how to do anything on keyboard besides just regular turns and handbrake. No, you can't give me this track right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna see this track in the warm-up, and you guys will understand why I hate that we just got this track. Welcome to track 7. This isn't a loop. This is just a drive straight to the end. But there's bumps everywhere. And all we're doing is trying to stay on the track, not hit the walls. And if you do it right, you can get to the end. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong. A lot of things that can go wrong. Okay. We're on the red team. Let's go. Let's go. I still don't know what my controls do, but who needs controls when you just have to not crash? Apparently, it seems like I was joking, but as we just saw, I crashed, so I will not win. Bad time to crash. I'm gonna get 5th. Oh, I was up there in 1st. Up there fighting for 1st, and we lost almost 3 seconds just due to hitting a wall. This is going to be hard because I said so. I hate this track. I actually like this one more than I like the other one. I just hate that we got it as soon as we switched over to keyboard. We didn't hit a wall that time. We didn't hit the wall that time. We beat him by 200s. You saw him try to catch up. I mean, we still lost the round, but we beat him. Oh, man. We really screwed up that first round. We could have a lot more points in this right now, but we don't. So right now I was racing for safety to not have that happen. Okay, last place is mine. Our other teammate crashed out too. Yep. We have to get better. We have to get more consistent and more gooder. More gooderer. Okay. Headache going. Okay, we're fast, but I don't think that matters. We got the point. We did get the point. Good job, team. We get the point when they win. They get the point when we win. That's just how it works. I was trying to catch him by going much faster, but I cut the corner. Hope you feel better soon. I haven't been able to join as many of your streams. I haven't really been streaming that much, but welcome. Hi, Cleopatra. Yeah, I haven't been streaming much the last 2 weeks, just because, yeah, sick. Okay, people are crashing out. I just have to drive. Semester started. Hopefully your semester's going well. Hopefully school's not evil. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's a tie. All he's got to do is finish, and it's a tie. That round was a wash. Never. I'll say never apologize for life. Life happens. You don't need to apologize for life. Said. I was only playing this to try because I had one more gold medal to get on all of the tracks, and I was like, I have a month to do it. Let's force myself to start trying for it today. Then I got it, and then I didn't know what to do. So now I'm playing ranked, but my controller stopped being detected halfway through. So, oops. Okay, we're gonna end up being the best of the Reds, which is pretty bad here. They have match point, and we haven't really been beating them. It's not going well. Told you guys this would be a bad track to get as our first full keyboard track. There's too many small things that can go wrong. We hit that transition well. I hit that turn well. The problem is I need to hit this one well, and that went exactly as you would expect. Okay, we lost this. I literally fell off the track. Game reminds me a bit of soccer race car game. Rocket League? No, you see, I can play Rocket League. I can't play this one. Actually, my controller's not being detected in this game. We should probably just launch Rocket League. I shouldn't be playing these games with... Oh, see, now I'm the one a second down. I shouldn't really be playing too many games on keyboard. My wrists will hate me for it. Okay, let's see what I got. Let's see what I got. Man, we haven't played in a while. I haven't played any games in a while. I'm not a game player. Oh, look, news update. Season 11 rewards. Does that mean there's a new season? No. We have 5 days on a new season. 5 whole days. Dude, this is really quiet. Where's Mike 2? That is... Okay. This is gonna be bad. Hoping to catch Trackmania, and now this. Yeah, Trackmania stopped detecting my controller. Hi, Nox. I still have a bad cough. But besides the bad cough, we're doing somewhat okay. I wanted to move my PNG, but we didn't. Oh, look at me. I'm so bad. Okay. He's gonna stick with that, isn't he? I'm gonna leave that to him. Hopefully he's able to do something with it. Oh, that bump. Okay, he hit it. I'm just gonna jump down. Just put me in a okay spot. Man, I never get enough height on anything. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna let him go. So are you masters or the equivalent? There's more divisions in this game than there were in Smite. So... Ooh, if he didn't touch that, I was going to make a play on it. I am champion, which is 2 major divisions away from, like, the highest one. So there's, or no, 2v2s. So I'm only diamond. I'm champion in 3s, but I haven't been playing too much 2s. What? Why? And I'm also really bad. So I'm in diamond. There is above this, there's champion, which is my 3s rank. There is grand champion, and there is SSL. And SSL is like the top rank. I'm just gonna lift that one off. My hope is that it would just give him barely enough time to get back, and it worked. Ooh, he's gonna clear it towards... Nope, he's gonna own goal. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, no, I'm basically above the average, but I'm not that highly ranked in this game. Welcome to Rocket League. And even for my rank, I play like really bad mechanically. What's he doing? I'm way behind, but it should be. Oh, he didn't hit that. Boop. I'm just gonna steal it because I can. I suck. I suck! I'm bored with games right now, not sure what I want to play anymore. Guild Wars. I like to take the shot. I'm like, yeah, I screwed up. I hit a jump button. Ready? Mm-mm. Ooh, he went all the way to theirs. Yo, I'm not the only one making stupid mistakes. Okay, he's gonna chase that. No! Dude, wow, you're the one who screwed up. Touch the group character because your guy's not on when I am. I haven't been playing like very many games at all, man. I've had COVID. And now I have packet loss. And now there's apparently a referral link. Yeah, I suck. I literally suck. "30 seconds. Let's just go." I did it again. That time I thought I was gonna hit it. Boop. I was gonna hit it to the side. That's not in, is it? Nope. I want him to hit it. He didn't hit it up. Dude, I am garbage. Welcome to me being garbage at games. We lost Trackmania. We lost this. But we met our goal. We got all gold medals in Trackmania. Now we need to meet our goal of, I don't know, scoring a goal. Oh, I thought the slow roller there would be way better. Yo, he got it. What an awesome guy that was. Look at all of my super slow rolling centers. They're all so bad. They're so easy to defend. I'm just gonna fight him there. Hello. Hi, Boss Björnar. I am what we would call a joke. How are you doing today? I'm just gonna slowly... Ready? And that didn't go how I wanted it to. So welcome. Sorry that my play is garbage. I am recovering from COVID and we're gonna be playing bad the whole time that I am. No, don't. That was awful. That was just bad. Sorry about the cough. Yeah, sorry about the coughing. As I said, recovering. Whew. We're getting there. We're getting there. Does anybody actually like this game? I did a backflip for style. I'm not gonna go because he jumped. Yo, great pass. It was only when he bumped that I was like, okay, we got this. You like it? My viewer percentages usually don't like it. Nox yells at me when I play this game. Yo, he scored again. Never played it, but it looks cute. It's RC Car Soccer. It's the type of game that I wish I could be bronze in again. Like, I miss being bronze in StarCraft 2, and I miss being bronze in Rocket League. I'm not good at this game. Mechanically, I am trash. But there's such a great wonder about the game when you're first starting, and everything is so much more silly. Oh, I was trying to get that pass across. Doesn't matter. I scored. Just play a couple matches with me and I'll take you to bronze. You'll end up going against the same people in my games, but... Oh. There we go. Ended up getting a funny little play there. Ah!
Thank you!
Ah! Everything's broken. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the resub, Dad joke. Why are you resubbing? There's no... Oh my goodness. There's no reason for this. You're a pro Nova. Yeah, he's a pro own goaler. I have never seen anybody so skilled at hitting the ball into their own goal completely on accident. Like, oh my goodness. I wanted to punt him out of the way. Didn't work. He's a bronze player who looks bronze. That was a great pass. He's a bronze player who looks bronze until there's an opportunity for him to get an own goal. Then he'll aerial like a platinum player for it. It's really funny. It's auto resub. No. We all know my opinions of auto resubs, right? That was a really sad hit. That was an even sadder hit. Don't buy one. No, no, not. Do I need to ban the word sub on this channel? Dude. Yeah, it's told you that for a while, Nox. We were lucky enough to, like, not have you register when you hit 100 because you gifted 5. Ah! I'm so tiny. I was feeling called out because I'm the kind of person who no-life Stardew Valley. Who's calling you out again? Was it me or was it them? I forget. I feel like it was me. Oh, that was bad. I feel like it was me. I mean, most of what I say about Stardew Valley is just I can't play it much anymore solo. Ever since I speedran it. But you know me, I'll call everybody out. 1v1 at the saloon at dawn.
Thank you!
Ah, stop it! Okay, why are we gifting? Todd Howard doesn't need the money. He's got a game coming out tomorrow. Thank you all for the gift subs, especially not you, Nox. You know what you've done. But thank you all. Hopefully Todd Howard appreciates his sub. Oh my. You guys are so lucky that the sound is broken and I can't hear any of it. Oh no. Why are you guys gifting subs? Now I have to remake all of my credit scenes. Wait, how did that not trigger the hype train? That was literally 3 transactions in 2 minutes. These hype trains are broken. I call them scam trains. Yeah, I think it is unique people, actually, now that I think about it. I can't cheer on my own channel, guys. Wait. We want a hype train war. Hold on, I might be able to cheat this system. I don't know if my Prime is ready. Nox, is my Prime ready? No, it's not ready. It's 14 days. 14 days. Well, yeah, I used to track when my bot needed the sub. Based off of yours, but you took forever. Dude, I never... Thank you all for the subs. Thank you, Dad Joke. Thank you, Nox, for the gift subs. It was a lot of them. I'm very big now. I have to fix my sound, obviously. Because nothing wants to work for me. But that's not new. Oh, did anybody see the Wonder Direct? I'm a mid-plat player who hasn't played in like a year, but we should play Rocket League at some point. Dude, I have so many people who are like of all ranks who just are like, yeah, we should play. No, we're not getting a war between Nox and Dad Joke. I refuse to let everybody spend all... Okay, Nox is always broke, so he's not allowed to spend money. That's why I yell at him for gifting subs. I don't know Dad Joke's financial situation, but probably better off than Nox. So I would declare Dad Joke as the winner by default. Yeah, I don't play this game seriously, like ever. I just sort of log in and play. So I guess I'm champion in 3s and diamond almost champion in 2s. But I don't care who I play with. I'm playing with fire. I'm playing with fire. Banned people can't gift subs. But I wouldn't do that anymore because that removes the follow date. So you're actually good? Mechanically speaking, no, I am garbage. Subscribe to you after Doity Dog recommended you. Hey, we have exactly one person on the channel who did things the other way around. Most people followed me from dad jokes. Oh my goodness. I'm so bad. But yes, that is dad joke from YouTube. Maybe dad joke can help us with a little quandary that we've had. Earlier we were trying to figure out if my I was trying to plan out the follow-up to the whatchamacallit video. The spin jump video. We were gonna do the climbing thing like suggested, but we were trying to figure out whether or not we want it to be a satirical criticism of the game or if we just wanted to keep things running as like jokey guides. Well, that's rude. You know what they say, just do it. Just do it. There's no need to. Yeah, according to most of his recent comments, he's just a shill, right? You're just a shill on a woke game. I read so many stupid comments from people. There we go. Finally. Oh, you missed the part where I played Trackmania and actually got all my golds. That was good. Shill and a bad gamer. Actual question. Did Joe go from like one of the most looked forward to characters to one that most players in the game just hate just because every comment that he has is a cash shop comment? I don't do the relationship stuff, but I know I've heard from a lot of people that they really don't like Joe because of the cash shop stuff. There we go. We actually did something. I'd still die for him. That's a personality base. I don't know any of their personalities. The only reason I started leveling up my relationship with Hodari, Najima, and, well, Tish was broken and I didn't feel like running into a bug. But the only reason I started with the other ones is because the event made it really easy to talk to them without going to Bahari Bay. I will say, one great thing about the event, it brings a lot of NPCs together after midnight. So it makes it a lot easier to not have to route towards things. Okay. Ooh! Yo, I lost my controller. That was a great save from them, I agree. We're just gonna sort of... What the heck are these guys doing? You got that, buddy? I think he's got that. That's bad for me. Thank goodness he can't aim. Welcome to Diamond, where nobody can aim. Oh, I was bumped. They whiffed hard on 2 shots. Yeah, but again, this is... This is what we call Rocket League. Like, whiffing is expected. It's nice to be able to level up Najima. They're cute, so I want to give them a big hug. That's... There we go. Well, coming in. Hey, she's getting an iron ingot because that's what... some of those conversations there. Some of the conversations there are a little funny. I've actually been wanting to do a look at the writing for the characters in the game and to discuss one really big problem that I did notice with the writing for characters in the game, but I don't think it's one that a lot of people think of. But I think we're past the point where I should be talking about problems with the game for now. Okay, that's fine. Go! Keep it up! Trail does worry me. I low-key do Tamala. Andrew has a voice line where she says, "What do you want?" in a half-scared way that kind of makes me feel awful. Dude, I mean, I understand that voice. It's like the really introverted, like, why are you talking to me? Like, what do you think I did bad? Yeah, we were in training for so long. Does anybody here know the writing trope? What's it called? Women in refrigerators? Or yeah, women in refrigerator. I think that's what it's called officially. Okay, we're a little not good. I know of it. Did you learn of it because of Palia? Because it's the literature trope that they seem to fall into the most. It's not just whether or not they die, it's just like bad. So the women in refrigerator is sort of similar to a trope to male characters, which is, and it's different than the one that happens to male characters. So with male characters, typically if like they get really injured or something bad happens to them, they have a chance to like, they have a return to power type arc where they learn to do things or they redeem themselves despite their disability and despite losses. For women, it's some tragedy happens and it basically either leaves them completely disabled, crippled, or dead. And it's typically done to either make somebody else better or basically define another character's, like another character, usually a man, but I don't think it's actually specific. Define another character's arc, story, or progress them in some way. And my goodness, does Palia seem to rely on that, because you have Ashura, Hodari, and Sifu. Who all have that as part of their regular story. And then we don't want to start I don't think we even want to get to the fact that Najima literally has a prosthetic leg. Although, to be fair, if they actually build up that arc well, it would not fall under that. I just want this timer to go. There you go. But yeah, I think I've beaten up the game enough this week. I don't think I need to beat it up anymore. The score is 4-0. Like, dude, I'm not. It's 4-0, and it's a 2v1. I'm not gonna run up the score. I'm gonna shadow and let you guys do your own little air dribbles. Yo, grab boost, sir. What do you guys think? Does he get it? I can't air dribble. I hate to say it. Oh, I screwed up. Sorry. I was gonna block it just so that time would go faster, but... Okay, he got his goal. Having one of those weeks, especially with seeing Starfield news, where I'm really wanting to work on my game again. Once I'm recovered, I'm gonna go back to the CS50 course and start going through week 1 or 2 or whatever. It's week 2, but it's technically week 1. I have to start from scratch. My programming is terrible. I don't remember nothing. Yeah, Harvard released a CS50 course online a couple years ago, and it goes over the absolute basics of programming, getting into it. They start with Scratch, move on to C, and then end with Python. And it's just to teach some basics. I think it's technically called CS50X because they hosted it through XCDU or whatever they're called. Oh, I missed that one. A couple people use it as like workshops. Did calculus at a physics course. It's great. Now, if I could understand calculus. Fun fact, I took calculus in college when I was in school for computer science. And that same semester is when I decided that I didn't want to finish a degree in computer science. So I stopped taking calculus. And then I went into history. Actually, I went into education, then went into history. I suck. I literally am garbage. And now it's coming full circle. Dude, nice shotted you. Dude, I nice shotted me. That was a great shot. Did you not see it? Didn't even hit the post. That's bad. That's a goal, right? Yeah, that's a goal. Wait, that's not a goal. No, I didn't bump him. I'm just gonna let him hit it. I blew him up. Didn't work. I cleared it the wrong way. Oh, goodness. That makes things a little easier. I'm just going to drive into him. The one guy had a great first touch and then left it for the teammate. Yeah, it was really weird because that was like a free goal. And then that happened. Okay. I guess he's bailing because he doesn't have boost. What is happening? This guy's still out of boost, I think. He was still out of boost, I remembered correctly. He's going to try to hit it to the side. Oh, no. He came in. I screwed up. They screwed up too, but my controller is disconnected. That's why I'm spinning. You're kidding. No, hi Bucketin. We lost it to my controller disconnecting. Just realized it doesn't matter what I release for my next video. I now need to redo the entire credits. It's basically soccer with RC cars and rockets. I find it funny because soccer actually has a rotation system more similar to hockey than soccer. So I could try to explain stuff, but it never works well when I explain stuff because I don't know how words work. So we are playing 2v2 soccer in cars. We're trying to hit the ball into the other team's goal. We have some boost that's behind my PNG, so you'll never know how much I have. And, yeah, that's about it. A majority of this game is played in rotation. Closest one... Basically, one person will be on the ball on our team, and the other one will be, like, in a position to support that person, whether it's defensive or not. And just like in real soccer, you can drive up the walls. Yes, yes. I don't care too much for your company. I played Bad Company. I understand exactly what it is. Actually, I didn't play Bad Company. I lied to you. I played Bad Company 2. Good game. I joke. I joke. We need to play Fall Guys on the channel again. If we can get people around. Oh, he missed. It wasn't me doing it this time. No, that was literally the slowest motion miss that I could have had. Oh, do we watch this? We watch this back. Watch me. I'm so bad. That was great. I wanted to put that up high. That goes across. Okay. I thought they were going to shoot that again. No, I didn't hit it across. Those ones where you're frozen trying to change directions are rough. They really are. What happened on that play? Because I know I got demoed. Oh, really bad challenge. Okay. That was just a bad challenge. But this guy's going to yell at me now and quit. Or he's going to say he's putting his big boy pants on and not go for the kickoff. And I'm going to let him go through because he wants it. Your big boy pants involve just hitting it right in front of them, huh? Well, if your pants are stopping them... No! I rushed it. Okay, back up. I'm just gonna... I got demolished! And I demolished. It's a 1v1. He wants to hit it. I have a clear, but I want him to hit it because I knew he was there, but I think we had similar ideas. I tried. Close, but I'm never good at it. That wasn't even who I wanted to demo. And I'm leaving my teammate back in a 1v1, which is never really what I want to do. Okay. I'm just gonna trail this still. Okay. Believe it or not, I am out of boost, man. If you want it, you got it. And he got it. Teammate goes across your goal with the ball way too often. Yeah, potentially. If it works for him, it works for him. Yep. He's brought out his big boy pants. I need to learn how to speed flip. Actually, I need to get a new controller so I can learn how to speed flip because I can't even double hit my buttons half the time without it breaking. What was that? I don't know, but I'm going to cross over. You talked about him going in front of the goal. Okay, we're going to grab this boost and then go for it. And then I'm hitting my, I'm literally hitting the mic stand. That was an own goal. That was impressive. There we go. There we go. Own goal time? Basically. I didn't get a good clear on that at all. I think if I didn't front flip, it would have been fine. Okay. There's 9 seconds to get 2 goals. It's technically possible, but only technically. Darn it. Wait, where's Billy? Where's Evie Billy? Evie Billy plays this game. I don't think I've ever played it with them. We've only played Fall Guys together. I have no clue what rank Evie Billy is, though. I don't know. If Nox is still around, we have to do a Mario Party or a Dokapon stream again soon. We need to burn the world down. Yeah, this is still not working on my end. I gotta love all my sound alerts not working for me. Oh, I screwed that up. That was so bad. Guys, I can't join the tournament because it's disabled because I'm in here. I don't want to join the tournament, but I can't do it. Actually, I lied. Let's do an extra mode just because I figure we all now know 100% what Rocket League is with soccer. So we might as well confuse you all by switching to a sport that nobody has ever played in their lives. That's right, it's rugby. This looks like a rugby field, right? Rugby pitch. Yeah, sure thing. I'm just gonna lay that off to the side. That should be safe. I have no boost. I'm the worst at this mode as much as I like it. I don't play the extra modes very often. It's not in. There you go, buddy. This is like the mode for air dribbles, though. Yeah, I didn't get there. Very bad. There you go. What is this, like? This has got to be like, what, platinum? This feels like gold or platinum, but I don't know this mode very well. They're not going to score, so I'm not going to bother. Oh, our guy is behind me. Dude, I need to learn how to ground to air dribble if I'm going to play this mode. Like, oh my goodness. I missed, but it doesn't matter because they missed. Oh, good. Good. He hit me. We're all hitting me. Pasta Princess! I understand you are royalty, but this is not the time to bump me. Did I miss anything? I was choppa chasing. We lost. Bad. And now we're playing rugby. And we have packet lost. No, I suck. Really disappoints me that I don't think I'll be able to get all the plushies from the event. You want to know what will disappoint you less about that? Half the plushies don't even have the right colors anyway. I bought the pink plushie. You'll never guess what color it is. They're brown. The pink plushies are brown. The purple ones are blue. Oh, I wanted the boost, but I didn't want to miss the ball. I heard did they fix half of the furniture being wrong? To be fair, they're the main rewards for an event that you've been like touting on about for like a week. The least you could do is have the quality control to check the colors. Yeah, that one was we barely had the boost for that one. I'm surprised I got up to it. I have to go for this. Oh, too hard. Oh, that's so disappointing. No, too hard again. I came in from over the rim. Dude, I am so unfortunate. I have not the boost. Nope, I don't have it. I thought that was a really cool pass play, but that's not in. I'm not gonna bother. That one is in. No, it's just over. Okay, never mind. I'll get lazy with it. 17 seconds. That's in. Oh, dude, I'm so bad. Rip. Dude, my hoops playing is so garbage. Boop. I just realized we can just ceiling shot. Why don't we ceiling shot more? Would that have that would have been high enough, huh? For just a simple air dribble into the net. Might not have been. VidCon Baltimore. I forgot VidCon was a thing. I hit him. I'm not really into TikTok that much, and I heard that VidCon is a lot more TikTok-y the last couple years. We're probably closer than you think, though. I'm within a 6-hour drive of Baltimore. I like how I say that, like it's not a big thing, but I used to drive a lot more. No, too hard again. I really have to control that touch. Maybe? No, not hard enough. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna miss it because I'm garbage. Dude, my aerial plays are like straight up trash tier. But my packet loss plays are amazing. I had no boost at the end of that play. I don't know what I had at the beginning. Oh, I just realized. Why don't we just cook Sir Pinch everything? Oh, he missed it. I'm just gonna put that one up. Oh, it was off the side. It was off the side again. That one was in. I actually did it. But yeah, no, I've heard VidCon is a lot more, a lot more TikTok-y in the last couple years. Whoa, okay. That's in. One of the biggest anime conventions on the East Coast left and moved to DC. Yeah, the one thing that I would like to go to in DC is DC has the National Go Congress. Or not like Go Congress, the National Go Center in it at it. ContraPoints is going to be there. I don't even know. I don't know who that is because I'm bad at knowing people. Don't ask me names. Ask me faces. Is that in? No, it's not in. It is in. I'm scoring through stuffing people. You're a far left video essay person. Pretty big on YouTube, I think. Well, I mean, it's really hard to do short form video essays. That was an own goal. Transbred tour, high on dramatics and theater. Great. Now there's bread involved. Oh, he stuffed me. Why are you... What is happening right now? Guys, I don't know about you, but moist bread is the greatest thing ever of all time. Outside of soggy bread. Didn't get it. Whatever, we're winning. That's all that matters. Don't tell Cinna that. Exactly. I'm a Gemini. I've learned earlier that that means that I am inflammatory and know how to make people mad. So I must use my powers for evil. Did they just break rule 1? I feel like somebody just broke rule 1. Apparently telling people that I'm a middle child Aries is all they need to know to understand me. Well, I understand the middle child part. I don't know at all what Aries has to do with it, but I'm sure somebody will explain it. I was the oldest child, and then and then my mother remarried, and I was a middle child, and then she unremarried, and I was the oldest child again. So I don't know if I'm the oldest or not. What do you guys think? And I said this before, but my stepbrother had the same first name as me, so it was funny. And I have literally never met another person, like in person, that has the same first name as me. I know, imagine going from being the firstborn oldest to a middle child, then back to a firstborn. It's really confusing, and nobody knows how to react. Because they base their entire knowledge of you on it. Whee! Whatever, I'll go for it. I don't actually care. Welcome to Drop Shot, the only game where the goal is to hit the ball into the ground. I'm really bad at this one. I saw that. Guys, hit it over here. I bumped the dude. Oh, okay. I suck. I just wanted to hit it. Okay, I bumped him. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna miss it. I almost hit that again. That was great. Could you guys imagine there was a time that I was good at some of these? I know, it's hard to imagine when I'm playing like this. That's not it. That's in. Oh! Nox, you didn't respond earlier when I said that at some point we need to do another Mario Party or Dokapon stream. You just hid, leaving me to face my deepest, darkest fears. That sounds scary and like something that I would probably never even want to do. That would just be too difficult for me. Okay, we tied it up. I've solved that conundrum by just not dating. We'd have to see how Suki's feeling, too. More time for making videos. Not really a video thing. More like I've just never dated. I was always the kind of person who liked my hobbies more than... It was usually a time thing for me, I guess. I like my hobbies more than I necessarily want to spend too much time with other people's. Dating is for squares. I don't know, man. I saw some circles too. Some circles out there dating. Yo, I got that. Nice little drop in. I'm just here to scare my teammates. Oh, I did a backflip. Oh, I didn't go in. It's not something that I'm like super opposed to, but it is something where I'm like, meh, I don't see the point of me doing it right now. I'm gonna bump that guy. Oh, look at that. We saved it. We are, in fact, the best. Many video games to play to go on dates. Have you ever tried dating people in video games? Like, it's the ultimate solution to this problem. Oh, no, dude. That's fine. That's not as fine. I got married, you fool. Ew, who gets married? Is that like some sort of food or something? Just meet someone in that Cozy MMO Discord. You've seen how I am in the Cozy MMO space. I don't know how I meet somebody. Yeah, it is what you did. Congratulations to you. I was looking over the Discord earlier and I was like, I haven't heard from so many people that we talked to briefly over the last couple years, and I was like, oh, Crystal's still there. That's someone who I could yell at. It's been nothing but trouble, I'd tell ya. Are you being held hostage? Blink twice. I get pursued often. What world are you living in? What world are you living in? I'm the guy who could talk to anybody about anything, but I'm the guy that you don't really have too many deep conversations with. Monopolized the Pele chat for like a year and a half, and then the game went to beta. They got mad at the devs about things and left. Dude, there's so many people who got mad about things and left. It's really sad. Is Kodak even here? I'm gonna say no. Oh, that didn't work how I wanted it to. I'm trying to, like, lightly hit it, but it's not going well for me. Officially a 2. Yep. Oh, they're in a party, too. Oh, I didn't hit that either. See, the players in the other team are ball chasing. It helps, but we only have 2. No, he's creeping on me. Why are you creeping on me? Just gonna dump it backwards. This is such a weird game mode. Okay. I can keep this thing popped. Oh, no, he missed it. I was going to say, I could keep this thing popped in the air forever. Whoa, no, it just slowly floated. The only one not in a party here. Why? Whatever. I'm just gonna push forward and go. This guy doesn't want to attack, then we attack at dawn. Nice hit. I missed. We all missed. You dunked it. No, I didn't dunk it. Dude, I keep hitting the arm on this mic. Mic stand, and it's going bad. I should probably get a new mic stand arm. No! Ah, I didn't track that well enough. That's my bad. That's my bad. This one might go to overtime. If we can get it onto their side. I can try to direct this straight down. It didn't work. I mean, we got points off of it, but it didn't work. I wanted to hit that straight up. But it doesn't matter. Woo, 2-2. Guys, where there's a will, there's an own goal. A double own goal. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Oh my goodness, we're just missing everything. How did I miss that? Guys, we know what I'm gonna say next, right? We just need... No! That was so bad. Okay, we're gonna... we're defensive. He's offensive. That's in. That's game. We lost it. How did you miss that? Dude, I don't know. I'm so bad. How did I miss that? Oh, okay, that was our 2 rounds of that. We got 1 win. Hey, look, it's hockey time. Hockey is a game mode where we all go for crazy pinches. Yeah, it was okay work, but we should have won it. I feel like I missed it too much. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Snow Day is a mode where there's funny pinches on the puck because it's flat, and it really breaks the game. No, why we have a goalie? Beep. Welcome to Snow Day, almighty Snow Day. I need boost. Can I get some boost? That would have gone better if you hadn't stopped in front of me, buddy. I have a way of scoring a goal. It's a little stupid looking, and I don't really want to do it because I feel like at this level it's almost cheating. But it is funny. Okay, you go. You got this. Okay, it's gonna go all the way back. It's a goal. Why am I always getting small? Do people want to see my boost that badly? What rotation? Well, I mean, the rotation was almost there. He spawned back there. He just missed it. Also, do people actually rotate in this mode? I love ground pinches. I'll clear it for them. Cowards. Literal cowards. Dude, apparently if you want to see people who are like really salty, play Snow Day. Wah! Hello, Agent. Congratulations on your sub. Huh. There was a mini sub war before, which means now we're... Okay, fine. We literally lost both teammates due to abandonment. My teammates abandoned me, guys.
Thank you!
Ah! Thank you for the follow, Cinna. Guys, if you don't know, Cinna's another... Well, Cinna started streaming with the Palea launch, has been playing a couple games, and I need to learn how to introduce people and myself. I have abandonment issues too. It happens. Cinna has played quite a bit of Palea on stream, and some Terra Nil, which is a game that we played the demo of forever ago. I bought and then I haven't played. Oh, hello. Welcome. Oh, God, stop it. Oh, thank you for the gift sub, dad joke. Stop giving. Oh my goodness, we've talked about this. I've talked about this with this chat many times. Subs are not. We don't pay for subs here. We steal them from Amazon. Oh, yeah. We're in a little bit of a dead hour. I know some people were farming the event a little bit, so they weren't on. A couple people are just chronic lurkers, and some people went to eat dinner. Now you're feeling good enough to live stream. I did one yesterday too. The biggest problem right now is my cough is really bad. But that's really mostly it now. Hoping to get back into the groove of streaming again, but thank you everybody for the concern, and I hope things pick up a little bit from here on out. And cake party and loitering. That sounds about right. I don't really cake party. I cake partied once on my main account to check it out, and then I did once on the alt in order to do that one stream for a video I never did because I was sick. I'm trying to figure out what this guy's doing. Cake party where? I have all the ingredients. Go to... You're in the Palea Discord. There's an LFG group in there that you can use to search for cake parties. The Palea Discord. It exploded. It exploded. Why is my chat always... Yo, I should see if my Switch works on this monitor before we end today. What can I do on... Ah! I'm lagging. I'm the only one with green ping, so you can tell that I'm lagging. Oh, yeah. Are there any other technical concepts that I need to explain this week to people? Because I forget what one it was the other day. Not our Discord, it's the Palea Discord, and you have to get access to the LFG role through their channel browser. And once you have that, yeah, you do that. Yeah, cake parties are 15 total people. But they're such good money that you could literally make 4 times the amount that hunting was making when it got massively nerfed. Actually, I did the math on it, and if you're buying ingredients, the prices are a bit messed up. How do I gain access to that channel? I literally just told you. Channel and browser, get the LFG role. It will unlock it for you. But you don't do either. You get the cake, and then you put it in a worm feeder, and you feed the worms with it. technically the glowworms. But yeah, no, I've only done one. I might do another one because, as I keep telling people, I want to tour the worst houses possible. I want people to make intentionally ugly houses, and I want to tour them, and I want them to come out like this. Watch this epic save. That was the greatest save ever. I think after this game, I will switch over to something that I haven't practiced in forever. Actually, we got a bunch of somethings I haven't practiced in forever. Which one's set up the most right now? Ow. Palia? I don't gotta practice that. I've memorized the whole script. We are the kings of own goals right now. Do not. Yeah, I only powered it through one. No! Oh, that was no way! No! What the Jera? Thank you for the gift subs, I people no. If anybody's wondering, we are now at 30 sub points, which means I have 29. I now have 30 names in the credits to fill out. I know everybody loves the credits. Okay, let's see if this works. I love how everything that I do is automated until it comes to switching my inputs. Then I actually have to like unplug my PC from the monitor. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Oh, I have two options. Octagon? Yeah, it's like a it's like the boxing ring. Okay. We could do Pikmin 1 or Mario Odyssey. What one are we doing? What do we think? Gotta go to the store. Bye. Bye. Oh. Oh, buy me a river. Cry me a river. Okay, I'll be right back 1 minute. I have to get water. And then I will figure out if I'm doing Pikmin or Mario Odyssey. Oh. Okay, I have decided that Mario would be the better one because I haven't played it in forever. I mean, sure, I need to figure out my, what you call it. I need to figure out my routing, but it doesn't matter. We have a system update. We have a system update. How's everyone doing? Hopefully well. Don't have Rocket League anymore. We have, Mario Odyssey. There it is. Oh, good. We lost sound and camera and lights. It's the last time I review a game. Where did we put this? Where did we put this? Base screen. There we go. There we go. You should buy like 30 minutes late, Nox. How dare you? Oh, we can play a Muck Runner. I forgot that I had a thing in that. A thing for that set up. Look at how ugly this is. Look at how ugly this is.
Odyssey!
And how loud it is. It's loud for me. Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna remove some live split stuff and add some filters and good enough. Anybody here read Chinese? I have no clue what I'm doing. Dude, batter costs 5,700 gold to do. You better be careful. Gotta be careful with batter. Well, we broke. We broke live split. Okay. So if you don't know, this is Mario Odyssey. This is an 90% speedrun. I'm going to do really badly. My record is, I don't remember, but it's like a 115 or something. This clock is going to say 109 because it's comparing against, I don't know, actually. There we go. Now we're comparing properly. I'm so bad at this. Why am I so bad at this? Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I like that the overall time is just going to be weird. Game is really loud for me, but I don't know how loud it is for you guys, so I'm just going to leave it as is, and we will run. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. This is our friend Cappy. He's our friend, so please do not yell at Cappy. We need him. He is our friend. Don't run away from me. Why do all my friends run? Okay, we now have Cappy. And we've now screwed up getting Cappy. Dude, I didn't expect it to be this bad. I just took another month after doing a whole run after not running for like 3 months. So fun fact, this is something that I have done in Paley a little bit that people don't think about. In almost all games, it's faster to move diagonally than it is to move straight up and down. It specifically mostly helps on the glider when you're trying to fly to places that you shouldn't be. And it's called vectoring. Specifically usually only helps in the air, which is why I say did it in that game. Okay, I think we're a few seconds behind. But what do I know? He poof. Yeah, Spewart, not Spewart. Topper does that. Yeah, we're a few seconds behind. It's okay. This is basically a warm-up run for whenever we come back into this game next week. Probably end up practicing this stuff a lot more, but don't know if I'll stream all of it. So if you don't know, we're going to be using a hybrid like beginner route / intermediate route. Because I'm bad at this game, like every other game. If you haven't played Mario Odyssey before, it is a Mario game. It's a 3D Mario game. We're running around collecting these power moons to do stuff, and it's all in Chinese, so I can't tell you what's happening. But we made this rock fall. There's a trick here where you jump up the wall on the right-hand side, but I'm lazy and never learned it. Okay. Yeah, so if anybody has questions about what we're doing, the main thing that we're going to be doing here is we're going to teach a dinosaur to fly. That's all we're doing. This is a dinosaur, he wants to fly. Okay, good job, Dino. Man, I'm messing up everything. Ash, nah. Oh, dude, I blocked it perfectly and then I screwed up terribly. You're forgetting this one turns pink, not purple. Doesn't make sense for it to be Ash. She runs a wedding planning business. Okay, fun fact about this kingdom. This is Cascade Kingdom. We need 5 moons in order to leave here. We've collected 4 because this multi-moon has 3, which means we need to get 1 more. There is a really fast one that we can get, well, that we would get if we knew how to glitch back into the ground, but we don't know how to do that. So we're going to get a normal moon, which just involves us normally jumping up a wall and not bonking a rock. Don't bonk the rock. See that rock to my left? We're not going to bonk that rock. Hate you too, rock. We slowed down. We bonked the rock. You saw me bonk the rock. We get stopped in our tracks. Oh. Yeah, I was supposed to split there and I didn't. Normal people have like auto splitters for this game. I don't have that. Probably behind for everybody. Dude, I am trying to fight the urge to cough like every 2.5 seconds. Welcome to like the funniest kingdom of them all. This kingdom is massive. It's called Sand Kingdom. It has the most moons in the game. And it's a little frozen right now, and I don't remember the route. So because I don't remember the route, we're just going to wing it and hope that we get it right. I've done this enough times where it should be ingrained into my head, though. Okay, never mind. That was a terrible, terrible jump. So is Cappy the brains of the operation? Cappy's the hats of the operation. I can tell you Mario hasn't been the brains of very many operations, so I don't know who is thinking of these, but how did I do that? That was impressive. So fun fact, the bird that we just hit flies around the entire kingdom. So if we don't get it there, we have to wait forever. No, Dr. Mario only prescribes pills. Which is really bad because that game was released at the height of the opioid epidemic growing. Bad Mario. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a trick that I never get to work, but I'm gonna do it just because I can. Okay, see, didn't get it to work. That's when that game came out. Oh yeah, no, they chose a terrible time for that game to come out, in hindsight. That's just... Okay, it's really obvious that we're not getting up here normally. Let's try anyway. That's the type of thing that you could only notice in hindsight, too. It's really scary how that works. If you want somebody who has connected way too many random things and is like super dark about everything and can be super dark about everything and tries not to be, hi. I can be super dark about a lot of stuff. I've played Trauma Center. Everything could be super dark. Listen, I grew up in a house with doctors. Dark humor is just how it goes. Literally, like, dark humor is how it went in the house. Doctors and nurses. Because you sort of have to be dark when you're in those professions. Dark doity. That's just me. Whee! Okay, that was stupid. I have to learn. There's a cool little trick that you can use to do this entire thing backwards. Like this entire section you can do backwards. And it's really cool and it saves like a quarter of a second. But it saves us from that mistake. Okay, we died. That is actually a run-ending mistake, but I'm lazy. So, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Dark Doity sounds like an awesome new PNG skin to activate with channel points. Way back when, I had some, way back in the before times of me getting sick again and all of the hospital bills and such that came up. I actually had started the plans for a 2.0 for the PNG. Which would have come with... My goal with the 2.0 was to make it easier to get different outfits and just get a bunch of them. As well as update a few things on this one and make... I just realized that I could test something. I could legitimately test something. I don't think Cinna's seen the other version of this. I don't think we have our... I don't even have it up. Hold on. Where's my Vieto? Vieto, come back. Vieto. Okay, I'm gonna push a button and it'll break stuff. Did it break stuff? Didn't break stuff. What about now? Did it break stuff? Hello. We exist in many forms here. So yeah, in order to finish like the 2.0 conversation, I sort of need to switch. So the original PNG is made by, like the original PNG design and all of that is made by Coughy on here on Twitch. I just rolled off a cliff. This run is more dead than dead. Oh my goodness. And then this wonderful little buggery do that people seem to like with the giant head was obviously made by the same design, but it was made by Mikori. Nah, I've fallen off of plenty of stuff in Palia and despawned. Just yesterday we were standing out on the so if anybody wasn't on the YouTube stream yesterday, near the beginning we went out to the little barges floating in the water by the event. So like the ones in the distance where the fireworks were launched off of. And we waited until there were a bunch of people in the area, and we launched 100 Phoenix fireworks up into the air on the barges. Problem is you're sort of stuck there when you do that. You can't really get off. It's really sad. It's really sad. Whee! Okay. I don't know why I'm so worried about the coins. So way back in 2017, when this route was first established, you needed to collect some of those coins. because it was really hard to get to 100 before, really hard to get to 100 there and then have enough for the next 100 later that you needed in Snow Kingdom, and Metro Kingdom had one for a short amount of time where it cost 100 coins to get a moon, and those were the fastest ones. Now we've sort of eliminated one and we've found a way to get free ones, so meh. 3,000 a mass. You can just make them. I got bored after making 100. Okay, guys, welcome to the hardest boss fight in the game. Boop. Okay, it's done. We beat it. Super hard. Just keeps making them. Just keeps making them. Just keeps making them. Sometimes I feel bad about using this one, though. I don't know if you guys ever got that, where like somebody designed something for you, somebody made something for you, and then it feels really bad when they, like, if they just replace it out of nowhere. I worry about that. Yo, I want to test something real quick. I'm gonna turn off this live split stuff because we're so far behind right now. I wonder if this will work. I have to unplug some stuff. Hold on. This might break a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. Okay. Step 1 is complete. Step 2 will make me hate myself. I gotta reload chat because I can't see it anymore. I'm supposed to go to my own Twitch page, not random ones. So we should fix that. Close everything. Layout 3. And then move this over here. They really need to like redesign all of this stuff because this is really hard to use. Okay. I mean, chat is really old, but that worked. What's the next part? Okay, did that work? Yes, I can see. I need to reprogram some buttons real quick, I think. I forget how I used to do this. Does anybody remember how I used to do everything? Variable if random, then blah. I don't think it's working. You know how I did everything? It's good. Good. We need that kind of action here. Okay. Are you working? Are you working? This is gonna be the beginning of the end. Oh my goodness, it's working. Okay. So I want to test stuff for an old redeem that I want to bring back. So the rest of this stream is going to be what we call a living nightmare. And I would like to apologize to everyone. Absolutely everyone. If you were here in the past, if you're Nox from the past, you know what can be done. Hope this works properly. I haven't actually tested it. Sorry, battering. Don't worry about it. We got it. We know what we must do. Oh yeah, no, battery is awful. We're gonna deal with that. So welcome to Mario Odyssey. I need to like make stuff on my game so that I can tell what's happening. Ah! I don't know what's going on anymore. Hold on. Let's go back here. So this is an old style system that we had. Oh, it's not even that upside down. I wish it was just upside down. Just upside down would be... Told you Nox would... Yep. Yep. This makes me dizzy as I recall it. Yep. It's the auto switcher and the color changers. Oh my goodness. You know what game's perfect for this? You guys know what game's perfect for this? I have it somewhere here. There it is. Oh yeah, no, not Pikmin. Not Pikmin at all. I'm just gonna change the title in the game real quick to what have I done? And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Luckily for me, currently the color changes are controlled by you guys, but I actually do have an automatic thing built in for that. Oh, not what I wanted to do. I do have an automatic one built for that too. I usually set it at half speed. Okay, 5,532. We're playing as Daisy because Daisy's the best character in all of video games. And welcome to Ranked Online Play, where nobody will notice at all what we're doing. I actually built this entire auto flipper and the auto color generator just for this. Literally just for this. I don't like Moonview. Just for this game. It just uses Sammy. It's not that impressive. I don't like Moonview. Somebody give me something that's not Moonview. Fun. I'm gonna go watch you on YouTube. Bye. Yeah, another reason we don't do this that often is it drives a lot of people away. We should probably use this. This screen might be a little bit easier on people if it works. It doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. Why wouldn't you work? Where's my viewing screen? Viewing screen. Click. To the craziest game that I hate. Oh, don't worry, it gets worse. What track is this again? Oh, this is the DK Jungle map. Cool. How do I use items again? There we go. So, there's just something about this game. You guys, you know? Oh. We should probably go faster. What do you want to play after? I want to win. I want to win. This is hard, though. I'm in 4th place right now. We gotta play like super safe. Is this a bagging track? Not like it matters. I can't tell if I have green shells or red shells, so I'm gonna throw one. There, have that. I literally don't need it. Red shells, got it. No more red shells? 7th place. Oh, we were inverted. So there are 4 states to the screen, and I had to build them all manually. There's upside down, inverted, or mirrored, what we call it, and upside down and mirrored. And by switching between them, we get people to hate our channel. Oh my goodness. Ah! Oh, that's a mountain. And honestly, the hardest ones to control are the upside down and the mirrored. Usually, because upside down mirrored is usually pretty easy to tell. Like what you're supposed to do on it. I am not winning. Could somebody help me? I need to win these races. Well, I didn't get last. I didn't get last. Woo! Ugh. Christmas, Berlin, or Super Bell. I literally don't want any of them. Give me anything else. I want to win like this. Have I ever won like this? I think we did a think we got a podium on Boo Lake like this. I think that's the best that I've ever done. I think it was 2nd place. But that was added colors to... They have a crown. They have a crown! Dude, all those people who yell at me in my paleo videos about, like, spin jumping and how there's something wrong with me, they really need to see this. Okay, let's go up the Mary Mary Mountain. No way I screw this one up. Oh, okay. Nox has decided that, yes, we are screwing this up. Vomit salad. Okay, so we still know how to do this, even if it looks silly. Might have to end soon just because cough's getting a lot worse. We'll have to come back with like regular streams, playing regular human games, but today it was a little bit of everything. And unfortunately hard to hard to not cough means also hard to breathe. That was bad. That was worse. 7th place. Ah! I fell off the track. Cute tuber. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's off to the side. The cute tuber and whatever you call this mess happening at the same time. It'll probably be a few days before I'm ready to stream again, like fully, without coughing and dying. But it's fine. We'll get there. When we do that, we'll probably be playing like some sort of full game that we missed. Fae Farm's coming out soon. We're gonna have to try that. Starfield comes out tomorrow, but there's no way with this cough that we're doing like a full game stream tomorrow. Probably just play that on my own time anyway. I don't know if there's any games that people want me to actively like play through single player wise. Fourth place. Of course, I switched to the random switching. What happened to the cat hat one? That one was adorable. When I did the Clone Hero stream, I turned off all the rewards because I was super sick and I didn't really have a PNG up for it. Can I play Minecraft? I don't play Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft. 2011 and 2012 killed Minecraft for me. I have to go through and like re-enable everything. Oh goodness, coughing. No, other people killed Minecraft for me. Literally, other people killed Minecraft. You try moderating servers with like 100 to 200 like 12-year-olds trying to fight over everything. Sucked. Of course, it rolls me, and it rolls the one map that I hate the most. Get out of here, Sky High Sunday. If I could delete any one track from this game, it would be Sky High Sunday. This track sucks. Even with saturation. Like, sure, you can't even see underwater, but that's still better than this. Hi, Luigi. I'm choking on coughing to death. I might have to end soon just because of that, but you're amazing. Thank you. What is this, a green shell? I don't know, I threw it. What's your opinion on Chloe Price? Chloe's fine, I don't know. I don't know what problems you're trying to start here. A little self-centered, and I think I actually let her die at the end of my run through. But she's fine as a character. If anybody doesn't know, Chloe Price is a character from Life is Strange, one of the main characters. Oh, that's the wrong way. Head back. Congrats. I still have COVID coughs. I'm like I'm at the end phase of COVID where all I'm trying to do is get over the fact that breathing is a chore. So. Warren was okay. I don't know how I felt about Kate. As long as it wasn't the deer, I guess. Silly deer. I can't believe it. First of all, I am super far and last on my own map pick. That just goes to show that I should not be allowed to choose this map. Will I not get last? No, I got last. Ah, you've moved on to Life is Strange 2. Or was it Captain Sparkles? Nobody plays with 2. Nobody plays 2. Yo, I think Starfield comes out soon. Real soon. Fae Farm's coming out. I still have to play Crash Bandicoot, like, 2. The remake. I have so many games to play. I still have Ritza Pacha to try again. I still need to stream more Fall Guys as soon as my coughing is better. Because that's like a group game. We found a bunch of demos yesterday to play as well. So we have quite a few farming sim demos to play through to see how we like them. Again, we'll hold off until my cough is better before doing that. Does Doty come from the demo disc era? Dude, I played Star Wars Battlefront was one of the big games that I remember demo disc. Because I played it so many times on the demo disc map was the Battle of Endor. No. Was it? Yeah, it was the Battle of Endor. I was trying to remember, and then, yeah, it was just it. Played so much of that. Battlefront. Fun game. So yeah, if anybody wants to like compete against me in Mario Kart, this is my skill. You can totally beat me. It'll be really easy. I think our highest position today so far in our like four races has been 4th. Oh, that's a car. I'd love to know what people think about my skill in this game if this is the first time that you've seen me play Mario Kart and this is it. Because we should have dodged that. Okay, free. Free! We're in last place. Can't be that good. Okay, I think we're moving up to 8th. Ow. We're not even, like, sandbagging. I actually find racing games to be a little bit easier to control with this flipping camera stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the controls don't really switch and you don't have 3 dimensions and like 3 moving dimensions. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to end. My cough is getting so much worse. I'm like trying to fight coughing, and that's all I'm doing right now. Oh no, I've gone through 2 water bottles this stream already. Even some recently. It's just where it sits in the throat and where I'm coughing from. It's just non-productive coughs. It's terrible. As it goes on, it just feels more and more. So I think what I have to do, might just sit in the shower for a while and let that clear up my sinuses, and hopefully being able to breathe through my nose will help me a little bit more with that. I'd like to thank Dad Joke, Novus Nox, and Cinna for gifting subs to the stream. Oh my goodness, this whole mess has been a mess. People are trying to ruin my credits. And I'd also like to thank Cinna for following this stream. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream in some part, even if this mess is a mess, and I will have to fix this later. Just eat spicy food. I wish that would. My nose doesn't really clear, so unfortunate, really. And you can hear it in my voice. It got so much worse in the last couple seconds. I'm going to end the trigger for this, and it should stop flipping. It'll be upside down or something. No, it ended on right side up. How lucky for me. I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I'm going to be mostly unscheduled until I'm 100% sure that I could do stuff. But I enjoy streaming, so I'll try to be around. And if anybody doesn't know, BG West also has been streaming Palia behind everybody's back and not telling anybody over on his channel. Yell at him because he still hasn't done the Manji event at all. If you want to see somebody's first reaction to it. Okay, bye-byes.